Alright, we're back with the letter. Walking the sea, I run from those strolls. It strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in the city of nondescript as nondescript as Luxembourg. Luxembourg. I was afraid to at one point, back when I was new, and had just set foot in this place. Now the friendly faces walk with me. It feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodnight shortly before Becca and I crossed to the other side of the street. The farmer McLean's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends, and Ash, who knows, he never tells. Sometimes he just suddenly appears at your doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to his friend's frustration. Though he's a big kid too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Nah, bitch. Haunting gets worse at night. A sensation. Close, sickening, drowning. My chest tightens, breathing becomes labored. I can taste blood in my mouth, the edges of my vision blur. In the distance, amid the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Bleeding even as I clenched my eyes tight and clasped my hands over my ears. Whispering and whispering and whispering. Calling out. You can't help what's already dead.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place. The murmur is gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raised an eyebrow at me and questioned.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me? Oh, yeah. Just... okay. Sorry, I spaced out.
You always do that.
What a bitch. I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street, where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be peering at me. Nothing. There's only Zach and Ash watching over us as we head back to where Becca parked our ride home. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. I try not to think of the tiny pinprickles of fear calling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other
You'll
time.
see. You'll all see.
Yeah, see ya!
Another glance with a final wave, and we're off on our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what will happen, and if this is what will help me sleep tonight, what will give me back that normalcy, then so be it. October 22nd, Saturday. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in, and without warning, I'm falling. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Lots of cup noodles, damn girl. Both my back and shoulders are achy from me having fallen asleep all hunched up the night before. Counting sheep. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comfortable. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through the windows and allowed my breathing to slow before untangling myself from the pile. If you stay still, you're most likely to remember your dream. So if you've had a nightmare, it's good to get up as soon as you wake up and move, and try not to think about it so you'll forget. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxembourg, or at least none that I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to. It's hard coming from a big family to live on your own.
What time is it?
For some people, not necessarily for all. Habits force me to look over at the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Towel? Where's my towel?
You know what's interesting? The clock says 5, but it looks more like 7. Admittedly, it's the weekend, and as an unspoken rule that entitles me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh Lord, 1 box of donuts as base offering won't be enough for the second time around. She understands because you hurt your head. She'll understand. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks me out of my... There's a moment of indecision. At first, my mind conflicts whether I should ignore it or answer it. What if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Ah, jeez. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull my device out. Just the sight of it is enough to put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. Clara D reads Mom, accept. Huh? It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
An unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's noontime here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use the money on something else than an international call. Regardless, the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello?
Hello? Grace?
Very cheerful.
How are you?
That wasn't very cheerful.
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
I have friends from the Philippines, and they don't sound like that. They actually have accents.
We're good, we're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired lit in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there's something I could do for her. But from the miles away like this, the least I'm able to do is not to make her worry. If only my brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are Kua Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again. I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own, and, well, 8. Anne's financial situation isn't exactly that great right now, having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
As a subject, I'm a bit hesitant to broach, and from the way Mom's voice hitches, she also doesn't want to bring it up.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well.
Uh-huh.
The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he's been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 months' mouths and settling Papa's bills all rest on my shoulder because they can't fucking feed themselves. And their parent, she only has like, okay, she has her, she has her mom, she has her dad, she has 1, 2, 3, 4 siblings? 4 siblings. That's 7. So she's feeding one of their kids too? That's fucking horrible. Although Mama makes a little accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the cost of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even get help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I think the call got cut until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Tell your other kids to get a fucking job or kick them out of your house. Because they're old enough to. Like, seriously. She has one brother that's old enough to. So kick him out of the house unless he's willing to fucking help.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie, yet look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition for the next semester, too.
Can't even pay for their own kids' tuition. Don't send them to school then.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it.
Why
We all do.
Why does school cost
But
tuition? Stop sending them to private school.
I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Kalaku'ui. When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the sole person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile through Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
Soft commotion on the other end, the sound of gates opening, a voice of a child, EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft cut, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away from my head those thoughts beginning to swim inside. It's pointless to mull over these things right now. Isabella received an unexpected call from her family back in the Philippines. An emotional moment, her mother informed her of her father's deteriorating condition despite treatments. Nonetheless, the young woman assured her and continued to work hard to be able to support them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit. You guys really can't do anything? Like, look, that brother could work. There's 3 older kids. One has a family, but bitch, you should have kept your leg closed and helped your own family first.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I could take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mom forgot to say something.
Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
Should just tell me now. There's an audible din of several feet shuffling against the wooden floor and the distinct yelling in the background. Boros cuts the connection. This isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone on the bed and finish my shower in record time. I make it to the office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment completely deceitful and out of breath. If I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor common to Briar Utility Corporation Luxborn offices greets me as, I'm just gonna call it BRC from now on, greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling and telephones ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at varying volumes, staff moving about, and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
My boss's words turn muffled as someone else closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear he's still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half of their workload have been shifted to all the available staff so as to not lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send to my family back home. All the rumors of the branch closing circulate because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she smashes a bunch of paperwork into my hands without explanation. Pages flutter away from the top of the pile, and I lean down to pick it up. My eyes scan the top of the page as I straighten. A purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestured a thumb towards our visitor lounge when I tilt my head in question. They are seated on the sofa, looking completely out of place in the humble, decorated room as the same couple from the day before. The rights. Something wells up in my throat. Their presence at the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She swats my hand, tugging her sleeve, although her eyes alight with something akin to joy. She wants the sale to happen as much as I do. And now that it's here, probably not as much. You have more writing on it. The deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Along with a foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do
I
you
got
mean?
it.
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible. I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend?
Rose nods.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work she's left for me. In fact, having the boss sign the agreement is the easiest since it has put him in a better mood, much to the entire office's relief. Ma'am, Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lunch door. She welcomes me with a right smile, her movements more open than what one will typically expect from the passing client to have.
Oh, Isabel! How are you feeling? You looked awfully dreadful yesterday.
It's Isabella, bitch.
Isabella, I'm fine now, ma'am. I appreciate your concern.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's because she's doing it on purpose because she's a bitch. It's a fairly common name. It shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand their a copy of the agreement.
Wonderful. Your team works unbelievably fast.
Hannah skins through each of them with a scrutinizing eye, checking every page for any inconsistency and errors. Despite the unassuming impression she gives off, she appears fully aware of what to look for and the process that goes into contracts like these. It is surprising, to be quite honest. I haven't pegged her for someone who is well versed in these things, yet here she is. She shows some of it to her husband, and he responds with the same passive interest as if he is more than happy to leave everything to her. I can't tell if it's purely because he believes she's capable enough, doesn't care about what they are buying, or he simply finds such paperwork tedious. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Hannah claps her hands together before extending it for a shake. Thank you guys for watching. This has been The Letter. Please like and subscribe. See you around.